You are now listening to Just Another Year Chicago with your host, Nick Rohde. Hello, everyone, and welcome back to this episode of Just Another Year Chicago. My name is Nick Rohde, and today we are going to be going over what's currently going on with the Chicago Bulls and a little game preview for their game tonight against the Orlando Magic. But before we start, please remember to hit that subscribe button, comment your thoughts on this video, and remember to follow me on Twitter at ChicagoNick, But let's just get right into it. The Bulls are not playing well right now, and that's okay. That is okay. Bulls Twitter has been super upset with how the Bulls have been playing lately. A lot of people are mad about with Coby White. A lot of people are mad with Zach LaVine. Just everyone pump the brakes for a couple seconds, okay? We just lost to the New York Knicks, who are in the same position as the Chicago Bulls in rebuilding. They lost to the Knicks 107-103. Now, let's make this very clear. The Knicks are not the team that they were 2 years ago, being the absolute dumpster fire of the NBA. They are getting better. They're redoing their coaching staff. They have a young team. They have a guy named Julius Randle, who has been an absolute man-child this season. Shout out to drafting him on fantasy. But the Knicks aren't a bad team, okay? The Bulls are not a bad team. They're developing. It's okay. It's okay to lose. This is how teams become better. You have to lose in order to learn how to win. That's just my first take, is when the Bulls lose, sure, I'm upset. Sure, I get frustrated because there are situations where the Bulls could have made the opportunity in order to, free themselves up and, hold leads, win games. But relax. We're not expected to go to the championship this year. That was never an expectation. There wasn't even an expectation for the Bulls from any of the big writers saying that the Bulls were going to make the playoffs this year. Relax. All good. The Bulls are doing a lot more than we expected them to already do this year under new head coach Billy Donovan, a new offensive system. A lot is going on, and I don't want anyone to panic. So, yes, we have lost 4 out of our last 5. It's okay. It happens. It's sports. You're going to lose some games, especially when you're in rebuilding and developing. So I just wanted to get that off my chest. I know we lost. 4 out of 5. But everyone, please just relax. It's okay. Think bigger picture here. I just want to say one thing that's really hurting this team right now, or 2 things, but one major one, is we're missing Wendall Carter Jr., And I know I gave him a lot of grief at the beginning of the season. I know I said that he needs to stand up and be a better player, a better leader. He has to make more plays. But he was. And a lot of people, I think, don't realize that because we're fans' perspective. The impact that Wendell Carter Jr. has, just a big man in today's NBA like him, is a huge impact. Daniel Gafford is a good player. Don't get me wrong. But you look who you have under him. Felicio, I think, has become more of a meme. He's not really like an NBA player you think of that you want to come to your franchise. And unfortunately, it's one of the worst contract extensions in Chicago sports history. I actually had a lot of faith in Felicio, but complete side note, I had a lot of faith in him before all this happened, before the injuries, before the memes, before everything. Just what a mess it's been for him. But you can't blame the guy because he did at the time deserve a contract like that because he was playing well. He showed a lot of potential. He was young. It just didn't pan out. It happens. You swing and you miss. For my Bears fans watching, we all know that happens a lot with the Bears. For Cubs fans, it happens with every team. You swung and you miss, you move on. And, it hurt the team, but it makes, our, front office better because they know not to do that anymore. So quick side note on that. But Wendell Carter Jr., we are missing that guy big time, and we need him to come back. He should be back next week. If he is feeling up to it, he should be back next week. That's good news for Bulls fans. But don't rush it. It's a leg injury. You are on your legs the entire game. You're jumping, you're running, you're doing things. Take your time. Just take your time. So then because we need his rebounding, we need his blocks, we need his defense, we need his shooting, we need that inside presence. So that's what's really hurting the Bulls. Number 2 is turnovers. Man, the Bulls just turn over the ball over and over and over and over and over. But the reason for this is because they're learning this offense as a team. This is a completely new offense than what they've been dealing with. It's more complex. It's better. Overall, just everyone relax. It's okay. It's okay. I'm not saying it's acceptable all the time, But, with those turnovers, you point your fingers at your point guard, and that's Coby White. Coby White started off hot and then something's going on. I don't know if it's personally. I don't know if it's because of the system. I don't know if it's something going on with the front office. But I would like Coby White to either sit out a game for a mental break or just something, because we need his, star power presence for this team. And Patrick Williams, too. Patrick Williams is great on defense, but we need him to bring scoring. You score points, you win in the NBA. It's plain and simple. I will say one person that is stepping up, though, Lauri Markkanen. He's doing great. He's trying to earn that contract money. At the beginning of the season, he wanted a contract extension. And myself, at the beginning of the season, was like, no, I don't want him to come back. I don't want him to, he doesn't deserve that money. But he's proving he can play that way. And Billy Donovan even had a great comment saying, what's up with Lauri? Like, why is he playing so hard? And he goes, I wasn't here last year. So he's unlocking his potential. It's this is a project. And the fact that we still have 8 wins and only 12 losses, not only 12 losses, but, considering how bad the Bulls have been, it's a better first 20 games of the season we've seen in a while. So one more thing is that Zach LaVine is the leader of this team, and he needs to make better decisions down the stretch, who to pass to, better shots, hitting wide open shots. Zach LaVine has been playing out of his mind. He's 5th right now in All-Star voting for the Eastern Conference, which is great. That guy deserves an All-Star. Remember, make sure you go on Twitter and make sure you hashtag All-Star Game and make sure that you put your vote in for LaVine. But we need Zach LaVine to make better decisions for this team moving forward. So with that, I respect Billy Donovan. I do. With all that mess that I just talked about, I respect him. He's handling the press really well. He's admitting to his faults. He's not just saying, like, boy, I'm just going to go watch game film. No, we're going to get after it tomorrow. We're going to practice, and we're going to make it right. And that's what the Bulls are doing. The Bulls, they look better communication-wise, trust-wise, respect-wise. Just great. And also, respect to Thaddeus Young. I mean, the dude hasn't won a title. He's the oldest. He's one of the older veterans on the team. But he's been playing out of his mind. He's been flirting with a triple-double almost every single game. And he just can't get it. He's one stat away. It's just crazy. So, a lot of respect for what's going on with the Bulls right now to develop this team and be patient. Fans, I know you're frustrated that, we want playoffs as soon as possible. But is playoff basketball even going to be fun this year with COVID? So why not just hold off one more year, get a good pick, empty out some cap, re-sign your core guys, go out and get a superstar, or go out and get a good draft pick, and then next year we're going to be good. There's no doubt we're making the playoffs next year. This year, I still say we could. Next year, we'll see about it. So, Bulls fly to Orlando. I'm not sure with COVID protocol if they fly out the morning of or the day after their last game, because they're in between games right now. I'm recording this the day before the game, by the way. But if, I don't know what the situation is, but they're going to Orlando for their next game against the Orlando Magic, who have a record of 8-14. So they're in the same position as the Bulls. The Bulls need to take advantage and show that they can beat teams that are at their level, because they've shown they've been able to beat teams that are above their level. So Bulls need to get back in the winning column. They need to get that winning feeling back. They can't go on another losing streak. So we need to get that done, and we need to when the Bulls are better on the road. So overall, Bulls need to get that win in Orlando. They're a very similar team, record-wise, rebuilding or developing-wise. So more to come on that. I think the Bulls are going to win 107-100. I'm hoping for a higher score from the Bulls and a lesser score from the Magic, but we'll see from there. But with that, we're closing out this episode. Again, please remember to hit that subscribe button, comment your thoughts on this video, and make sure to follow me on Twitter @ChicagoNick. Thank you very much, and go Bulls.